Rusty, forgotten, hanging by a thread. But in the right hands, these classic project cars could roar back to life. Let's dive into some of the cheapest, roughest rides waiting for a second chance. 1. 1972 Chevrolet Nova $2,000 Lincoln, Arkansas. Here's a 72 Chevy Nova 4-door project that comes with a clean Arkansas title already in the seller's name. It's a roller at this point, meaning there's no motor or transmission currently installed, but the seller does include both, a core engine and a transmission that will need a full rebuild. It's a complete body and reportedly free from major damage, making it a decent candidate for someone wanting to build a driver on a budget. At just $2,000 the best offer, it could be the start of a winter project or even a budget drag build if you're up for it. 2. 1970 Chevrolet Nova $1,000 Lincoln, Arkansas. Right in the same town, here's another Nova project, this time a 1970 4-door. It's being sold primarily as a parts car, and at just $1,000, the price reflects that. The front clip alone is worth nearly what he's asking, and unlike many parts cars, this one does come complete with a motor and transmission, though condition isn't mentioned. This could be a great donor for another build, or if you've got the skills, maybe even bring this one back to life. 3. 1979 Chevrolet Corvette Coupe $2,500 Manor, Texas. Now here's a C3 Corvette for $2,500, something we don't see every day anymore. This 79 hardtop turns on and runs, and the seller says the suspension and brakes were redone before progress stalled, thanks to an unfortunate run-in with a tractor. No photos of the damage were shared, but it sounds like it's mostly cosmetic. Still, it's a full project, not something you daily ride away. But with the iconic Corvette styling and a decent mechanical base, this could be a fun long-term resto or even a track toy if you're ambitious. 4. 1969 Dodge Dart Aero Sedan $3,000 Lake Charles, Louisiana. Here's a Survivor 69 Dart that was a daily driver up until an engine fire parked it. It's got the reliable 225 slant 6 paired with a TorqueFlite A904 automatic, and the body is still in decent shape considering the circumstances. The car does not currently run, so bring a trailer. Interestingly, the seller also has a manual transmission setup and a pair of 8 3/4 rear axles for sale separately, perfect if you're thinking about a manual swap. Queen Louisiana title included. 5. 1972 Dodge Dart $2,000 Georgetown, Texas. Another Dodge Dart, this time a 72 model, and the seller says it runs, but you'll need to bring your own battery. It has the original straight-six motor and automatic transmission, and this one sounds like a great starter project, especially for a father and son. Interior and exterior are both green, and the car is sold as is. The seller doesn't want to answer a bunch of questions and is open to trade offers for trucks, bikes, or even an RV. Straight title in hand, just don't expect much hand-holding on this deal. Six. 1971 Buick Skylark $3,000 Gadsden, Alabama. Here's a one-owner 1971 Buick Skylark that's been sitting for quite a while. The car is all original, including the 350 V8 and automatic transmission. It even has factory AC and a set of aftermarket sport rims. The paint is called Bittersweet Mist, and while it hasn't been started in several years, the seller claims the 91,000 miles are actual. This is a full-size GM Cruiser that could be brought back to life with some mechanical work and fresh fluids. Just a heads up, the seller won't respond to availability messages, so if you're interested, come prepared. Definitely a classy project with potential. 7. 1966 Ford Thunderbird Coupe, $2,500, Indianapolis, Indiana. For $2,500, this 66 T-Bird looks like a solid foundation for a build. It's running a 390 V8, and while the motor does fire up, it won't move. The transmission needs a full rebuild. According to the seller, the floorboards and trunk are in decent shape with only minor holes in the bottom of the trunk. Tires are holding up, and air shocks are already installed. Interior appears to be blue on blue, and the car comes with both the title and a service manual. Classic luxury with muscle under the hood, this Ford would be a great resto mod candidate. Eight. 1963 Buick Riviera Coupe, $2,500, Burnett, Wisconsin. This one's a bit more on the rough side. It's a 63 Buick Riviera that's been off the road for over 20 years. The floor is rusted out, making it a better candidate for a parts car unless you're ready for major fabrication. No info about whether it turns over, but it does come with a title. At $2,500 or best offer, you're mostly paying for the body lines and the unique styling that made the Riviera such a standout in the early 60s. Nine. 1972 Cadillac Deville Coupe, $1,500, Feasterville, Trevose, Pennsylvania. This one comes with a bit of heartbreak. The sellers had this 72 DeVille in the family since new, but is now letting go after watching it deteriorate for too long. It's got 90,000 original miles, a green-on-green color combo, and a decently preserved interior. However, it is rusty and does not run. The seller is offering it whole before pulling the motor and scrapping the rest, so if you want it, now's the time. $1,500 or best offer, and you'll need a trailer and a winch to get it out. $1968 Ford F-100 4x4, $2,800, Northport, Alabama. Looking for a classic trunk project? This 1968 Ford F-100 four-wheel drive is a full project and comes complete, but the 360 V8 doesn't run. It's being sold as is for $2,800 and no title or mileage is listed. The price reflects that you're mostly paying for the body and drivetrain, but F-Series trucks from this era are climbing in value, especially in 4x4 form. Located in Northport, Alabama, bring a trailer and a plan. $11. 1968 Ford Mustang, $1,800, Washburn, Missouri. Rounding out the list is a true American icon, a '68 Ford Mustang project for just $1,800. It doesn't run, has no title, and the odometer reads 1,000,000 miles, probably not far off based on the condition. Still, the glass is all intact, it rolls easily, and the tires hold air for a couple days at a time. There's floor and body rust to deal with, but if you're hunting for a base to build a vintage pony car on a budget, this is the kind of rough start that could turn into a dream machine with a lot of sweat equity. That's all for today's round of rough but promising classics. From long-forgotten Mustangs to rusting Cadillacs with family history, these project cars are waiting for someone with a vision and a trailer. If you saw something you liked, don't wait too long. Deals like these go quick. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe to Kingna, and drop a comment letting us know which one you'd rescue first. More junkyard gems and budget builds coming soon. See you in the next one.